Have you caught any fish yet? Look at this dude's pants.
No.
This dude, I'm trying to teach this dude how to fish. And look what he wears out here. This dude wore banana pants on a boat to go fishing. Who does that, son? You gonna get sunburn on them kneecaps, on the back of them. Oh yeah. Oh, that's gonna be sunburn. Oh bro, I'm getting some HD footage of this hair right now. We could cut some of that off and make a hair jig, son.
Yeah, you see that fish yet?
What's up everybody? Welcome to Shield Outdoors. We're out here floating on the water, getting into the afternoon, and I'm hungry and I don't feel like fishing no more. So I wanted to do a quick video for my 6th sense sex. A lot of y'all are messaging me. You saw my last video where I got 2. Well, I finally got the other ones. I don't know if it's the COVID mail issues. I don't know what's going on, but I just now got my 2nd month of the premium sack and the tailored sack. Not familiar, there's mystery subscription boxes, right? There are companies, MonsterBass, Mystery Tackle Box, Lucky Tackle Box. Ugh. There is all these companies that you can pay and they will send you a mystery assortment of different lures and tackle and gear. And it's across the board of all kinds of companies. Then you got 6th Sense, who's arguably the biggest company in the industry right now. You can pay for a mystery sack of their lures. But there's pros and cons to both. There's actually 2 big cons. But first, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Only 5% of my views, only 5% of my views come from subscribers. So last month I got like over 25,000 views in a month. Only like 6% of my views were from people who were already subscribed. So make sure you click the subscribe button so that way I know you're a return customer. And then check out our social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Hit us up, send us messages if you have any questions. And if you're from Indiana, hit us up and we'll go fishing sometime. Let's get into these sacks and see if they're worth the money. Let's see what we're getting. And let's see if it would be something you'd be interested in. I bought 4 of these 6th Sense sacks. I got 2 premiums and 2 tailored. I think that's the name of them. One was about $35, one was like $40 or 30 and 40, something like that. So yes, that is a major con to these products. It is expensive. Now, if you were to go out and buy all these lures individually, yes, you would still spend a lot of money. So I guess the allurement to it is that you save a little bit of money by buying the sacks, but another big con is you don't get to choose what colors you get. So I got a couple of wake baits, like just subsurface lures, 1 foot below the surface lures, and they're chartreuse. I don't fish a lot of places where that is gonna be applicable to me, but that's part of the game. It's part of ordering a mystery subscription sack. But there's also really good stuff in here that I wouldn't think to buy on my own. So like I wasn't a big fan of big crawdad soft plastics. They sent me some prawns last month, and I've only used like 1 or 2 and it was destroying. So let's get into what I got in this month's sacks and then we'll go over last month. So you'll get to see 4 6th Sense sacks and you tell me if you think this would be something that you would want. So this is the premium. I think I paid about 30 or 35 for this one. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lures in this one. This one might be called the Super 6. I don't even exactly remember. Right off the bat, you got Baby Sungill 3.8 Divine swim baits. Can't argue with those, always a good lure. I'm out on a very clear water lake right now, and these probably would have done me pretty good. They have a red and a purple flake inside these swim baits, and obviously it's like a little bit of a clear green. Next, it is not the black magic color, but it's a Curve 55, dives 5 to 9 feet. And all their lures on the back, by the way, kind of tell you where to throw them, how to throw them, things like that. Definitely a very interesting looking lure. Nothing that I've ever thrown. A very, very dark crankbait. Divine shaky heads. Getting to be that time of year where you're going to drag a lot of shaky heads around. And they send you a nice 3-pack, so that way you can have 2 rigged up, or if you lose one, you got an extra if you want to give one to a buddy to try out. This is apparently something new-ish, the Dogma 115. This is from their premium line. You can tell by the little gold lettering, right? That means it was uber expensive. So this is a topwater walking bait, but the difference is, not only is it giant, but it has a little bit of a cup on the front of its mouth, or the mouth of the lure right here. So you still get a little bit of a popping action, but you're still gonna walk this across the surface like a walking bait or like a spook. This is the Crush 100X, dives 2 to 5 foot. I have other Crush X's and 100X's and all that good stuff, but I'm definitely gonna give it a try. Definitely a good lure and a good color. And the last part of this one is a Cloud9 Mini Mag 3.8. This dives 3 to 6 foot. And obviously it's supposed to look like a giant gizzard shad. Let's look at this tailored sack. Now, what is the tailored sack? The tailored sack, you tell them how deep you want to fish, the clarity of the lake you're gonna fish, and I think the area. And they send you some stuff that supposedly is gonna work with those situations. Something that I would not have typically picked out, a giant silent crankbait in chartreuse. This thing only goes 3 to 6 feet. You never know what the fish are gonna want. Sometimes they want silent, sometimes they want rattle. So, starting out with that, interesting. Don't know if it's something I would ever use. I have 2 lipless in this box, which is interesting because I got a lipless in the last one. So one is the Quake 70 and one is the Quake Thud. The Thud obviously is gonna have louder rattles inside, and it's bright red with white stripes, whereas this one's almost like a peach colored red with gold stripes. An outstanding looking Crush 50S, again with a silent crank. There's definitely a pattern in this month's sacks, a lot of silent cranks. Now, this is the Baby Crappie color. Now, I don't typically throw cranks on super clear water like where I'm at now, but if I was gonna throw some today, I should have thrown this. That thing looks so good. So if the fish were still on their beds, this would potentially be an absolutely killer lure. Another bright red crank, another square bill, the 100X, and this one does not say silent. I think I hear some knockers in there. A square bill reaction bait type thing, and again with the bright red now. And then with the soft lures, Ned Fry. These are giant 4.6 inch Ned rigs. This one, in this particular one, watermelon red, green with red and green flake. This is basically the color plastic that I was using in this current body of water yesterday, but I was using it in the Clout Senko style worm that 6th Sense makes. However, you would rig this up Ned rig, or you could even use it like a Senko, and I'm hoping it's a floating lure, and it would stand right on in like that for you to dance across the bottom of the water. I'm not a huge Ned rig guy, but I bought a ton of Ned rig stuff, and I'm definitely gonna try to use it a lot more this year. I guess we'll see. And another pack of the 4.6 Ned Fry Ned rigs, and this color is called Ox Blood. It is bright purple on the bottom, and it's like peach on top. I don't know that I've ever used a lure this color. I don't know that I've ever seen a lure this color, but you know what, by golly, you never know what's gonna work till you throw it. So it's almost like a peanut butter jelly color, but man, it does have some good action. So if you have ever used the Ned Fries from 6th Sense, drop a comment below and let me know how you like them. Let me know if you cut them down shorter or if you leave them at this length. All right, so that was the newer sacks. That's everything from those newer sacks. Let's go through these again. There is a better, more detailed video of these first 2 sacks I got back on my channel. It's MTB versus MB versus LTB versus 6th Sense. You can go back and watch that one. It's got several thousand views, and it has close-ups of each of these, but we're gonna blow through them real quick just so you can see what came in them. So yes, I paid about $75 for all these lures, but it's like $100 worth of lures. So we'll start with the soft plastics, gill dust prawn, and swim baits. These are 4.4 platinum white. We also got a Divine hybrid jig for those swim baits, and an underspin that you could probably use with these. And then into the hard baits, big old glide bait, mini 25 MD. This is that chartreuse wake I was talking about. I don't know when I would ever even use this, but it does have a beautiful paint job. A Crush 50X. Now mind you, none of these have said silent, which is the big difference in this month and last month. A Movement L7, I have thrown this and I caught a giant rock bass. I'll post a picture right here. That Quake Thud I was telling you about, I also caught a bass on this in Mississinawa, Indiana. And you could tell I tore up the nose of that. And yes, I have used some of these and I'm putting them back in the box because I want to know exactly what the name is, if they have rattles, if they don't, and the depth that they go. So kind of an interesting thing I'm going to start doing with these lures in particular. I'm not going to separate them out into trays yet because I want to remember how deep each one goes. Another chartreuse, and this is a 0 to 3 foot, so not a wake bait, but still a very shallow lure, and I don't know when I would throw this. Very chartreuse, very cool looking, but just not exactly my take. And this sucker, I should have thrown this today. This thing is a 4 to 8 foot, and it's a bluegill color. It's called bluegill spawn. And that is probably exactly when you should use this, right in the bluegill spawn. Whew, I am cooking, I'm hungry. I'm about to go get a milkshake. Thanks so much for watching. Drop a comment below if you think the 6 cent sacks are something that is worth the money. Drop a comment below if you are already subscribed to 6 cents and let me know what you think of them and if you're gonna keep getting them. And let me know if we need to do a video with these versus all the other subscription boxes. Even though they're kind of on a different scale, let me know in the comments below. Whatever you got to say, just drop it down there. We reply to every comment. So, make sure you're subscribed. Check out Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. All the goodies. Thank you. Kirk, have you caught any fish yet? Look at this dude's pants.
No.
This dude, I'm trying to teach this dude how to fish. And look what he wears out here. This dude wore banana pants on a boat to go fishing.